It's day one of my 30-day modeling challenge. To give myself some direction, I decided to use some gorillas and wolves as reference, with a goal of creating some weird sort of hybrid humanoid creature. I started by shaping the head and around the human skull, and then I immediately ran into trouble trying to use a cylinder for the neck and made it look smooth. I'm definitely using a sphere next time. After that, I added the chest just to see the full bust. The moment I pulled out the mouth, I realized I had absolutely no idea what a gorilla skull actually looks like. So I grabbed a quick reference, and that's when it really hit me how unrealistic a 30-minute time limit is for my current skill level. I also struggled with the head tilt because my reference was a gorilla yelling with its teeth out, which doesn't really work with an upright human-like posture. Even just getting comfortable with the tools, some of which I have used before, was harder than I expected. Masking wasn't behaving the way that I thought it would, selections kept grabbing the wrong areas, and suddenly I was running out of time. It really doesn't take long for a sculpt to start looking very ugly. Because I was limited by the low poly base mesh, I brought in a new sphere to create the gums and teeth, which is probably where things started to go wrong, because that's definitely a detail and not a primary shape. I spent way too much time on the gums and teeth. Then I tried to recover by moving back to the head, remembering advice from other tutorials to keep moving around and not get stuck in one spot. Unfortunately, the head now looked like a donkey gorilla. So I blocked in some eyes and a nose to give it more life, hoping that it would save it. And then I spent more time placing the teeth in another very detailed area. So I got frustrated trying to rotate and position them properly, and that was probably a mix of time pressure and not being fluent enough with the controls yet. In a last-ditch effort, I rushed to fill in the torso to give it a little bit of bulk and shape. And then I remembered that, oh right, this is supposed to have wolf features. So I threw in some ears. I pulled out the sides of the head to suggest thick gorilla fur, which honestly just made it look like it has gills. I gave it a big chest and time was up. I meant to spend 30 minutes and I ended up spending an hour creating a weird donkey, monkey, wolf man with gills for some reason. And yes, I even 3D printed him. Anyways, that's day one. If you want to see more of my terribly odd creations, feel free to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.